welcome back to my channel. In this video you'll see how this galaxy dragon was made. The first step is to sculpt the head and feet. The clay I prefer to use is called Super Sculpey, but you can use any type of clay that you would like. For the eyes that you see being used, I bought some clear blank glass eyes and just painted them with normal acrylics. Now that the head and feet are all finished and all baked so it's nice and hard, it's time to attach them to the armature. I do this by filling the open hole that I sculpt with hot glue and just slide the wire right in and hold it until it's dried. Next step is to give him a body. I use quilt batting and I just cut it into very long strips and just slowly wrap it around the wire until his body is built up and he's nice and plump. Starting to swear by this stuff, but for the horns I'm using Instamorph, which is a plastic that you place in really hot water to make it moldable and you shape it into whatever you want. I like using it since if this was to fall, if it was clay, it would break pretty instantly, but since it's made out of plastic, it won't break at all, and something really useful if you want to do art dolls. Alright, it's time for sewing. To make the pattern, and I'm totally using air quotes when I say pattern because I wouldn't call it that, I cut the fabric the length of the body and make slits where I want the legs to go through, push the legs through that, and then just sew straight down the body. Sewing butts is a very weird thing to do. I just wanted to say that. Continue. Alright, it's time for one of my favorite parts, is to trim all that fur down so you can see all the nice bends and the legs and get all the nice body shapes. As mentioned previously, I use a pet shaver, which I really recommend if you're ever going to do something like this, because it just makes it so much more faster and it makes everything more even and more smooth. I didn't record this bit, but I did paint the clay pieces all black. Now, in order to make this dragon, it needs scales. And for this one, I decided to put all the scales on his legs. And I just kind of cut them in a weird half sphere type shape. I mean, you can see. And then I would just layer them on top of each other with hot glue. In order for the galaxies to really pop, I start by airbrushing white instead of a color, just because if you start with a color first, it's not going to really show up against the dark fur. So painting it white first really makes them pop against it much better. I've been asked quite a bit what type of airbrush I use, and I use a dual action siphon feed airbrush, and I'll leave some information in the description for you, but in case you're like, what the hell are you talking about? But my one advice for you guys is I wouldn't go expensive with this type of things. I mean, unless you were going to do like fine arts with this and do big paintings with it, you don't really need to go expensive with this kind of stuff. I also say that because I break these things like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, go cheap. To get the stars on his body, I just dipped a toothbrush in some white paint and then literally just flicked it on there and got it literally everywhere, including the doll. But it's nice to get that sporadic feel of stars, and so that really works well. When it came to painting galaxies on the clay pieces, I recommend, if you're ever going to paint galaxies, start with the dark colors first and spread them out very wide, and as you start adding lighter colors into it, start making that thinner, because then that's all the constellations and all the stars really packed in together with each other. So just remember to go dark wide, light thin. all that, he's finally finished. I just want to say thank you guys so much for sticking with this entire video because I know it was pretty long. If you happen to enjoy it, I would love it if you gave it a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!